Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Lord Alvon and today I'll be bringing you all another vintage cube draft, and let's take a look at this opening pack. Alright, so standouts for me in pack number one here are, let's see, so we got a couple of fetch lands. We got Misty Rainforest, Verdant Catacombs, and we've got Rakdos Signet. The rest of these cards are kind of replaceable. Um, Not really anything too powerful going on there. I do like Animate Dead. This is quite a good way to bring creatures back from the graveyard, and this is actually probably the best of those cards, best of those reanimate effects. But I think I'm going to start off with Misty Rainforest. Blue fetch lands are very, very good, and having one of those to start off is going to make any potential blue deck we want to make just that much better. So I think we'll start with this Misty Rainforest and see where we go from there. All right, and following that up, we have another nice pack here with a tropical island. Ooh, I do like me a tropical island. Okay. Well, we already have Misty Rainforest that can fetch tropical island, so this can set us up very nicely to draft any form of green-blue deck, or green-blue-black, or green-blue-red, or green-blue-white, just any combination thereof. And I'm not really missing out on that much here. Plow Under is a very powerful card that stands out to me here. Also, Search for Iskanta is quite good. I like Night's Whisper a lot as well, but Tropical Island, original duels are very, very good, and Tropical Island is no exception to that rule. I think it's quite a bit better than Bayou, just by virtue of it being an island. So we're going to take that. All right, so here we have some options. We have quite a few options here. The ones that kind of like stand out to me are this Elvish Mystic and this Hymn to Torok. Now we already have two blue-green dual lands here in the Misty Rainforest and the Tropical Island, so drafting some sort of blue-green ramp deck could be very much in the market, especially if we pick up this Elvish Mystic. That's actually very much where we are at the moment, and the rest of these are pretty replaceable. I would love to have this Edric. Edric is very, very good in green-blue decks with a lot of elves, but there's only like one specific deck that really wants Edric, so I'm reasonably likely to see Edric come around, especially since we have like a Wrath, we got Hymn to Torok, we got Spellqueller, we got Hero Blade Hold, we got Blightsteel, so that's at least 5, maybe 6, 7 cards people are going to want. So I'll take the Elvish Mystic and see where we go from there. And here I could take the Carnage Tyrant, or I could take the Breeding Pool, give me even more access to blue-green duels. And I think I'm going to do that. Just have perfect mana to start here. Or we could also take Gaia's Cradle. Gaia's Cradle is very, very powerful in the mono green decks, and that might be what we're looking to draft here potentially. But I mean, Breeding Pool is going to be excellent no matter how we slice it here. So I think I like just getting perfect mana here and then picking up all the stuff that we want after that. All right, so here we can take the Courser of Kruphix or the Frantic Search. They're both pretty good. I think Courser of Kruphix kind of goes a little bit more with what we have here, but I mean, Frantic Search is very good if we're trying to draft Storm. I think I'll go Courser. I haven't really done like a very heavy green deck just yet, and so having a Courser is a good way to start a heavy green deck here. Here's a little disappointing. The most powerful card in this pack is probably like Shackles or Shieldred. And maybe Flametongue Kavu and Glairebane are kind of good as well. Nothing that stands out too much to me here. I'll take the Shackles. I already have 2 like island dual lands, so that could be quite good. And here we could take Vendilion Click, or we could take Expansion Explosion, or we could take Wildfire. I don't think this is going to be really a Wildfire deck at this point, but Click is very good and provides us with a very powerful element of disruption. And if we do end up playing green-blue, then having disruption is going to come at a premium because there's not a lot of ways to interact in green-blue. So I do like this a lot. And here we can take Sylvan Library, really excellent card advantage and card selection tool. We already have one fetch land to go with it, so I think Sylvan Library very good. Turns all your card draw and all of your draw steps into brainstorms effectively. And yeah, it's really good. Here I'll take Frost Titan or Scavenging Ooze. I think we'll take the Titan. Gives us a good ramp target. And here, Harmonize is excellent. Green Blue loves having any form of card draw because we already we're going to plan on taking like a lot of good like mana creatures, and so having a lot of things to spend that on that draws into our big bombs is a really good way to add that to our picks here. And here we can take the Verdurous Gear Hulk. Gear Hulk is very good. The other card that I wanted here did not table, which is unfortunate, but Gear Hulk is fine. And Carnage Tyrant. Wow. Okay. Looks like green is pretty open. Although the other person might have taken the Gaia's Cradle from that pack, so not sure. Gaia's Cradle is a very powerful card, though, so it's possible that no one else is in like a base green deck. But I mean, getting a Carnage Tyrant that late is a pretty good sign. So yeah, I like where this is going so far. Seems really solid. Looks like we're waiting on these guys over here. Rhaegal. Yeah, Rhaegal. All right. Hair Doctor. It's a funny name. Here I guess I'll just take a Lightning Helix. We're not playing any of those cards, so I'll take the card that would kill my Elvish Mystic here. I prefer my Elvish Mystic not get killed. So one of the things that your base green decks will often be splashing blue for is stuff like Opposition, which, if you're unfamiliar with the card, is a 4-mana enchantment that allows you to tap one of your creatures to tap an opponent's, let's see, artifact, creature, or land. And so that kind of card is not particularly great in a base blue deck because you don't have a lot of creatures, but in a green deck, especially with a lot of tokens, you can lock your opponent out pretty handily with an Opposition. And there's only like a very few sort of decks that actually want Opposition, and this is the deck that I'm trying to draft right now is in fact one of those decks. So that would be excellent if I could get a hold of an Opposition in pack 2. Other things I'm looking for here are more good ramp payoffs, more mana creatures like Elvish Mystic, and more card draw from blue. Stuff like Factor Fiction could be really good. What else? Planeswalkers like Garruk Wildspeaker I would really be interested in. Yeah, there's a lot of potentially really strong cards we could pick up here. I'd also would love a Rafello Slanowar Emissary. Rafello Slanowar Emissary is by far the most powerful ramp creature in the cube. It's a 2-mana, 2/1, and it taps to add a green mana for each forest you control. So it can allow us to play this Carnage Tyrant on turn 3 with no other ramp. And that is every bit as absurd as it sounds. And given that we already have like effectively triple access to forests that also tap for blue, that's going to just be really, really good. Yeah, it looks like Rhaegal is really slowing down the draft here, but that's okay. It happens. Okay, let's take a look at this pack right here. Okay, wow, we have a lot of really strong options here. So strong options here include Mind Twist. This card is utterly backbreaking in every conceivable way. X and a black, target player discards X cards at random. If we can splash this, that's a really good payoff for all of our ramp. So I like that a lot. I also like Jiraga Tree Speaker. This is a very good ramp creature. effectively like the green Soul Ring. And we got a Simic Signet, which is also really good. Our deck is more going to be in the looking for stuff like Jiraga Tree Speaker, like the creature-based ramp, I think is more along the lines of what I'm going to be looking for. But, I mean, this Mind Twist is just so incredibly powerful. And we're going to be planning on picking up a lot of stuff like this Tree Speaker anyway. Even Crater Hoof would be really good here. Crater Hoof, Mana Leak, Dig Through Time even. But yeah, I think Mind Twist is too powerful to pass here. And it's very possible that we could pick up like a, let's see, something like a Underground Sea or another like black dual land, and that would be really, really good. Okay, so here we take Llanowar Elves. Sweet. Gives us a Elvish Mystic #2. I'd love to have Preordain or Eternal Witness on the wheel, but I mean, Llanowar Elves is exactly what we're in for. And yeah, I'm very happy to see Llanowar Elves here. One bone broken for every twig snapped underfoot. See, I don't know how a little 1/1 is going to be breaking your bones like that, but I mean, more power to it, I guess. Okay, so here we got Search for Tomorrow, we got Treachery, and we got Treasure Cruise in our colors. We also could take the Mindslaver. I don't think we want to really be doing Mindslaver right now, but because Treachery is incredible. It says 5 mana, but it's actually free because of the lands you untap when it enters the battlefield. This guy right here. And so, yeah, we'll be taking Treachery. Steal my opponent's creatures. That seems really good. And despite the fact that we're going to be pretty heavy green, all these double blue cards are going to be very easy to cast given all of these, all this really good mana fixing that we have. So picking up all this mana fixing early means that now we just get to pick all of the super powerful blue and green cards. And we don't really have to worry as much about all of the restrictive mana costs, which I am very, very happy about. So we're looking for stuff now like Noble Hierarch, like Birds of Paradise, like Raphelos, like Lumbering Falls, maybe? It's another dual land. Just makes our mana even better. Other than that, we could take Pestermite. I did see a Splinter Twin go by in the last pack, so, or maybe the one before. So this could be... I mean, some person who picks up the Splinter Twin is definitely going to want this Pestermite, but I don't believe it's really what I'm in the market for. I think Lumbering Falls is really good, and I think Yavimaya Elder kind of sucks, so I'll just take this Lumbering Falls and be very happy with it. It's a third dual land, or I guess fourth dual land maybe? Yeah, we were just maxing out on these blue-green dual lands. We might even just be able to play these Shackles main deck. I don't know. We'll have to see. I am still going to be looking for like Underground Sea, Watery Grave, and Overgrown Tomb to splash this Mind Twist because the Bayou didn't come around. And we could take Ulamog here, or we could take the Overgrown Tomb. And Overgrown Tomb does let us splash the Mind Twist, so I'm actually very, very much in the market for that. Other choices here are Baral, which seems kind of bad in this deck. Gush, which also seems kind of bad in this deck. I guess Woodfall Primus is a good ramp target, but it's likely that like one of these guys will come around, maybe. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's gonna be 3 cards left in the pack, probably like Duplicate, Putrid Imp, and like Burning of Jinye. Or maybe Dreadbore. Yeah, I mean, we're probably not going to get any of these good cards back around, but Overgrown Tomb just like enables us to splash this Mind Twist, and the Mind Twist is incredibly powerful, so I'm okay with that. I do want to start filling out the curve now. I think my mana base is pretty solid as of now, so I'm not really worried about my mana base anymore. Now here is a little bit interesting. We could take Crucible of Worlds, although we only have just one fetch land to go with it right now. Or we could take Leovold. Now we're already planning on splashing black for Mind Twist, and Leovold is just really excellent. He protects our our mana elves from removal by making us draw cards. And if we end up getting something like Time Twister, we can combo with this Leovold, then we could just absolutely destroy our opponent's hand. And I haven't gotten a chance to play with Leovold, so I am excited to try him out. I also could pick this Sword of Feast and Famine, but yeah, we're gonna try Leovold. That just sounds like a good time. Yeah, each opponent can't draw more than one card each turn. Oof. Yeah, Leovold is excellent. Okay, so here we can take the Tooth and Nail. Good ramp payoff. We don't currently have a lot of ramp creatures, but I believe we'll get more. I do believe we'll get more. And none of the other cards are really anything close to what I'm looking for, so we'll take this. I'm probably going to cast this for 3 most of the time, I would imagine. But yeah, so Tooth and Nail is 7 mana. You either search for 2 creatures, or you put 2 creatures from your hand onto the battlefield, or you can pay 9 mana and do both of those things. Like search for Carnage, Tyrant, Frost Titan, and then put them both into play or something. But yeah, Tooth and Nail is really sweet. It's like, would you like your tooth? Would you like your nail? Or would you like both? That art is really disgusting, though. What on earth is that thing? Anyway, weird card, very powerful. And here, I am loving this Nissa Worldwaker because her +1 is untap up to 4 target forests. And that produces a crazy, insane amount of mana. And given that the other best card in the pack for us is Baleful Strix, which is in like both of our splash colors, I think Nissa is just really, really good. And this is going to be a very good deck for Nissa. Because Nissa can like ramp us up to 9 like all by herself just to get this Tooth and Nail in. So yeah. Turn 6 Entwined Tooth and Nail. Yeah, that seems really good. Whew. Yeah. You go, Nissa. You go. Wow, we got Tree Speaker back? That's crazy. Okay. I'll be taking Tree Speaker here. I would love this Signet too, but holy cow. I'm actually really surprised that Elspeth, Dig Through Time, and Signet came around as well as Tree Speaker. Yeah, Tree Speaker coming around is a really good sign because any green deck worth their salt is gonna want this. Like Tree Speaker is so good. So good. Like you play it on 1, level it up on 2, and then you have like 5 mana on turn 3 with no other ramp. Yeah, okay. And Eternal Witness is great. We're going to have a lot of things to return with it, so I'll be taking that. You know, this deck's really really coming together here. I would love some more 2-drops, maybe something like Sylvan Caryatid or Sakura Tribuilder could be good. Of course, I would also love a Birds of Paradise. I would also love a Noble Hierarch. Just good stuff to fill out the curve. Maybe like 1 or 2 more fatties, like 1 or 2 more card draws, spells, and some like good interaction for early game. And yeah, this will be a deck. So here, I don't really think I'm gonna play Gonti. Maybe Faith's Fetters is something I'll want to splash at some point. Probably not, but I mean it is removal that hits like anything, so if I'm having trouble with a Planeswalker or 2, I guess I could sideboard this in if I get some white mana somehow. I don't really see that ever happening, but it's not entirely outside the realm of possibility. And here we could take the Field of Ruin, I guess. And the rest of these cards are not really going to be playing, so Field of Ruin is strong. I can sideboard that, and if my opponent has like some crazy land I can't deal with. It also does fix for the black, which is nice. So I might want to play the Field of Ruin main deck. We'll just see how the mana base is. Wow, we get the Britfall Primus back too. Sweet. That's a really good target for Tooth and Nail. So I also am potentially interested in picking up a copy of Natural Order. So Natural Order is a 4 mana sorcery that you sacrifice a green creature and then search for any green creature to put it onto the battlefield from your deck. And this is one of the best targets to get with that because you come in, you destroy one of your opponent's lands or a planeswalker, and Banishing Light's pretty good. And so just getting this for like 4 mana and sacrificing an elf on like turn 3 is just so good. It's so insane. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in that art. She's got like these little tiny arms. She's like, it's weird. Lava Claw is not going to be in the main deck. We'll take that, put that on the board. So yeah, looking for card draw, looking for early interaction, looking for like one more ramp target like Primeval Titan, and yeah, let's call it a deck. Okay, let's take a look here. Well, Wall of Roots is really good, and I hope I table this. But best card in the pack by far for me is this Mox Jet. Having access to the crazy early mana production of a Mox Jet is just going to let us play stuff like Leovold on turn 2 potentially, and just it's effectively just a free land, and I am very much in the market for that right now. So we'll take that. I'd love to have this Nissa on the wheel. I'd love to have this Cloud Skate. I'd love to have the Nexus of Fate or the Control Magic. Even the Garruk Apex Predator could be playable, but yeah, Mox Jet by far here. And here we get Looter Ilkor, Kadama's Reach, Remand, or Ramunap Excavator, or even Kiora the Crashing Wave. Kiora isn't bad. I do like Remand. It's reasonably likely that Kiora comes around here. I'm not really a big fan of the 3 mana ramp like Kadama's Reach in this style of deck. But Remand is very good interaction. And I like Remand a lot, so we'll be taking that. Although, Kiora, yeah. I think Kiora will come around. There's a lot of really good cards in this pack for me, so I'm reasonably sure one of them will come around. And wow, okay, so here we've got 2 excellent cards for me. Garruk Wildspeaker and Primeval Titan. Okay. I mean, these are both really good. Primetime is like one of the best ramp targets, period. But Garruk is he's just like double ramp or beast tokens and an overrun at the end. Like, oh man, you can't not keep the Garruk here. Like, he just does so much. Like, it really pains me to have to pass this Primeval Titan, but I think Garruk is the correct call here. Fills out the curve really nicely. And I did say that I wanted a Sakura Tri-Builder, so we'll take that over Pelucranos. That might come around. Just having more ramp. Just more ramp. Here we can take the Scarab God. We can take a Trigon Predator. We can take an Oath of Druids. Probably not. We can take Avenger of Zendikar. Avenger is good. I do like the Scarab God, though. I got to play with the Scarab God a couple of drafts ago, and it ended up being really, really strong. So I am very tempted to take the Scarab God here. But I think Avenger is probably better than the Scarab God. But no. I'll take Avenger. And here I'll be taking either Shardless Agent or Reclamation Sage. And Agent, like, almost always gets me a mana elf. It's pretty good. Do I have any ways to answer artifacts and enchantments? I don't see any. I guess I have the Woodfall Primus for that. So I think I like Shardless Agent here, just as another way to get my ramp creatures out. It's only bad if it's Remand, and even then, like, I can just return it to my hand and draw a card. So it's like 3 mana, draw a card and then get another Cascade later. So it's not like even the end of the world if that happens. Although it's obviously not ideal. And there also just be times when I just spike like a Sylvan Library. That's solid. Here I could take the Wasteland or a High Tide. Probably not that, or the Spyglass. Spyglass is a good form of interaction. It gives me a way to deal with planeswalkers, which is something that mono green generally tends to struggle against. So I could. It's not this deck is mono green, but it's just heavy base green decks generally tend to struggle with planeswalkers. Spyglass is good. I think I like the Spyglass over Wasteland here. Yeah, we'll take Spyglass. I'll probably play that main deck. Sometimes you just get to get people by like turning off their fetch lands. Yeah. Effectively like preemptively stone raining them. Yeah, that's always a lot of fun to do that. I do want one more Llanowar Elf kind of card here, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it. There might be like one other player at the table who's playing a deck like mine, and that would kind of put a damper on what I'm doing here. So here we could take the Fauna Shaman, which is really good, or we could take the Signet, which provides us with another ramp thingy to get a Garruk on turn 3. Or we can also take Hangerback Walker. It's a pretty good way to spend a lot of mana. I think I like the Signet though. Yeah, we'll take Signet. And Nexus of Fate, Control Magic, or Nissa. I mean, these are all pretty decent. I already have Treachery for Control Magic effects. And this is good, but man, I haven't got a chance to try out Nexus of Fate yet, and I want to see if it's good. So I'm going to take this, although it's probably not correct. Here we'll take Kiora. Yep, Kiora seems pretty good here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're currently at like 26 cards that are playable. Nice. Probably end up cutting this tooth and nail. I don't think I have enough mana to really get there. Got the Shardless Agent. You could actually hit the Mind Twist, which would be really bad. Yeah, this card is super interesting. It also like makes us immune to stuff like Brain Freeze, which is nice. Anyway, okay. So here we could take the Rishodon Port. We could take the Gideon. Probably Rishodon Port might be the most playable thing here. Not that I'm playing any of these cards, but Port is good. Yeah, our mana here is really, really good. We have solid ramp, 3 1-mana ramp, 2 2-mana ramp, which is a little less than I'd like, but still fine. Take this Tendrils of Agony off some poor Storm player here. I have to find some other way to kill me. Gideon Jura, Ravages of War Terminus. I think Ravages of War. Destroying all lands is pretty good when you have mana creatures. So we're going to go with, for our black splash here, like 1, yeah, like one copy of Swamp to fetch with the Zakura Tri-Builder, and then the one Mox Jet and the Overgrown Tomb, and then the rest of my lands will be split up between islands and forests, probably with a nod to forests, because I do want a lot of forests early for these guys. All right, so we got one last pick here. Wow, Palace Jailer went last pick. Whew. Do these people not know how crazy this card is? So one of the interesting things about Palace Jailer in particular, so the way it's worded, it says when it enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. So which means at the beginning of each end step, you're going to draw an extra card until an opponent damages you, and then they steal the monarchy. So it says when the Palace Jailer enters the battlefield, you exile a creature an opponent controls until an opponent becomes the monarch. So like they can kill the Palace Jailer, and they still don't get their creature back until they damage you. So if you're like playing some sort of like any kind of deck against like a pretty creature light deck, and you just exile their one creature with the Palace Jailer, they might find it very difficult to get their creature back, and until they do, you're drawing an extra card every single turn. So yeah, I'm pretty amazed as this card went as late as it did. Like 15th pick for Palace Jailer, that's no respect, people, no respect. Okay, we're still waiting on this same guy. Rhaegal. Now, if I remember correctly, Rhaegal is the name of one of Daenerys' dragons from the Game of Thrones series. It's the one named after her brother Rhaegar. Okay, so we got. Let me see how many. So these are all going to count as lands because they are, except for the Mox Jet. So we got 24 main deck cards. Cool. So I think I want. I might be able to get away with just 16 mana sources here because we also have like 3 1-mana creatures that produce mana, and then Tri-Builder and Signet on 2. But then again, we also have a lot of draw with things like, Courser and Harmonize and Kiora. So it's not like, we're going to not want to have extra lands. So I think I'll cut something like the Remand or the Spyglass. I think a lot of what my deck is doing is just wanting to tap out. So I don't know if the Remand really is like going to be fitting the plan of this deck. Like we don't have anything to do if like we hold up mana to remand something, for example, and then my opponent doesn't play any spells. Like we just lose that mana. And I think we want to be more proactive with this deck. So I'm going to take Remand out, but it very well might be a card that I want to put in later. Shackles also is a good sideboard card against other creature matchups. And I can side in like Rishadan Port and Field of Ruin against like multicolor decks or like Storm kind of decks. Decks that need a lot of mana, I can bring these guys in. Okay, so let's take a look at the color distribution. So sort by color. I have really heavy green, not so heavy blue, but they're all double blue. So we are going to need like reasonably heavy blue to be able to cast these. So let's take a look. So what I want to do is I want to add in 1 swamp, and I think we're going to go 6 forests and 4 islands here. That way, how many sources do we have of each type? So we have 4 and then 5, 6, 7, 8 blue sources, and then we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blue sources, 11 green sources. Because we have 9, so 9 with the Azoria Signet. Yeah, I think this is correct. All right, sweet. So we're going to sort by converted mana cost. And yeah, this deck looks pretty solid. We have a lot of good ramp. We have some good ramp payoffs. We got some good planeswalkers to play along the way. And maybe we'll just get to play Leovold and have him mess up my opponent's draw sevens. Who knows? Okay, sweet. Let's actually, what I'm going to do here is I am going to take a snip of this deck so I know what I have to search for if I ever have to search my deck for something. Or if I have to like play to my outs in a situation where I don't really know um, what I have. So here we go. Looking for round number 1. All right, we got match number 1 here. All right, we got match number 1 here with our blue-green ramp deck, and this hand has 4 lands and a 3-mana 2/1 and some cards that do nothing. So I'm gonna have to mulligan this hand because although it has mana and spells, this is just not a good combination of those things. I want to have a mana creature. I want to have something to do with that mana. So this hand just does nothing. This hand is a lot better because we actually have things to do with our mana, and yeah, that's pretty good. Put that on top. Field of Ruin, interesting. Okay. That's probably going to hit my Tropical Island at some point. We're going to start off with a forest. It's non-basic lands. Okay. Yep, there's a strip mine. Okay. Makes me feel a lot better about holding on to this Tropical Island because that getting hit by the strip mine would not have been good. Rabble Master. Okay. I mean, Rabble Master is good. Rabble Master is very good, no doubt about that. Also very hard for me to deal with a card like that because I don't really have, yeah, a lot of ways to interact with it. Thankfully, the Sakura Tribe Elder does block it for a turn, so that's pretty sweet. So not only is it going to rampant growth me, but it's also going to save me like a boatload of life. It's interesting. My opponent does not have a lot of like block. Sacrifice this to get an island. We'll take 2. So yeah, it saved me 4 life there. It's pretty good. So my opponent decides to strip mine me here, then I just get to play Leovold. But I think Leovold's probably better than Kiora anyway, because she just kind of dies to these goblins. So we're not gonna pay 2 life for this. We're just gonna play a 3-mana 3/3. Yeah, Goblin Rabblemaster is a card that is just quite difficult for me to deal with. So, I'm actually hoping my opponent strip mines me here because I have like a million lands in hand, and I would rather they are down on mana than me. They're probably just going to incinerate. Okay, yeah, I'll take a card draw. This is bad because now we're just going to take 7 here from this Rabblemaster and the Goblin tokens, and then I don't think I can actually come back from that. Yeah, the Rabblemaster turn 2 is really, really good, especially on the play. I just didn't have, I haven't really had anything to deal with it, so this is definitely going to be a matchup where I'm going to want Vidalcan Shackles, because Shacklesing a Rabblemaster is really strong. And I guess we'll just go... 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's play Kiora. I guess I'll just draw, although I do take another... Yeah, I actually have to bubble this. I have to put a bubble around the Rabblemaster, otherwise I die, so... I'm probably going to die anyway, but, you know, you can't really... You can't win them all, I guess. Yeah, I really wish my opponent had just strip mined me a while ago. That would have been better. And we're going to take 4. Wow, okay. That's very aggressive. But I mean, if you got another burn spell, then that's lethal. Manic Vandal on my Signet. Okay, sure. My opponent going to kill the Kiora or put me to 1? That's a good question. Probably better to just kill Kiora. Okay, alright. Maybe he just has a burn spell in hand. Wow, Nexus of Fate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, I think I can actually, like, use Kiora to, like, play enough lands to Nexus of Fate here. Maybe I just, like, draw Nexus of Fate a million times, and then I win that way. That's one way to do it. I'm going to hope to draw Nexus of Fate again. And Harmonize. No, that's not going to do it. Okay. So, Manic Vandal, Goblin or Alvemaster, some burn spells. Okay. All right. So, what do I want in this matchup? I want things that interact with creatures. I think I definitely want this Vidalcan Shackles. Courser of Kruvix should be excellent in this matchup. Spyglass, probably not going to be too good. Yeah, this is probably fine. I just need to be faster. And being on the play will help that a lot. Yep, we'll keep this hand. We've got a Tree Speaker on 1, and hopefully that'll allow us to play Carnage Tyrant on turn 4. That would be ideal. No burn spell, please. Ah, damn it. Okay, well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good there, opponent. You got me. Figure of Destiny. Okay, sure. And Lavamancer. Yep. And we're going to go with Shackles here. And I can Shackles away the Lavamancer, potentially. Yeah, we're in a rough spot. We really did need that that Tree Speaker around to be able to win this game. But my opponent does have a little bit of a slow start here. Yeah, Burst Lightning. Wow, that was really brutal. Mana Vault in a mono red deck. Wow, okay. What you spending that mana on there, buddy? Hell Rider. Oh my god. Okay, all right. I mean that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Yep, we'll take a lot of damage here. Jeez, that's brutal. Okay. So we're gonna go Tomb, tapped, Signet, and I guess we'll probably just steal the Lavamancer here. And like the beginning of combat step or something. Sure. I do not need to stop on my opponent's draw step. Monastery, Swift Spear. Yeah, I'm just gonna steal this now. Come on, man. Two. 1 and 2. I'll just block the Hell Rider with it, even though we're still gonna take 4 damage here. Ugh, gross. My opponent, or actually 5 damage if he pumps the Figure of Destiny here. I mean, that's not good. It's definitely not good at all. And we're gonna chump block. Yeah, this is a crazy start. Like the burst lightning really did me a new one there. Wow, Char too. Good lord. That's like another 5 damage. Is that just lethal? 1, 2, 3. It's not quite lethal, but I mean, I guess we'll untap that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's not even enough. Like Carnage Tyrant isn't even enough here. Yeah, wow. You just got me. I mean, well done, opponent. There's not much I could have really done about that. Like having the burn spell for my mana elf just was too strong. Okay. This hand's great. Um, actually, it's not too fantastic, but it does. Yeah. I could see. Yeah, this hand isn't actually that great because like it has like a turn one mana elf and then it doesn't do anything. It just has like Eternal Witness. Yeah, we'll mulligan this hand. This is very bad. Yep, the first hand was way better than either of these two, but I just, yeah, I can offer no explanation. Yep, we're gonna get the Elvish Mystic Thought Seized here, and then we're gonna lose. Okay. Yeah, this is bad. This is really bad. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede. I don't actually want to play this game. All right, sweet. So, wow, that was a quick game. Quick game right there. Let's actually get a good hand this time. That is not a good hand. Neither is this, but it's better than a sharp stick in the eye, so we'll keep that on top. See, one of the cool things about having... I guess that kind of signet is not particularly great here because it doesn't actually let us play Courser and then also have the top card of our deck revealed. Because it's not a green signet, but oh well. Can't get everything, I guess. The opponent's playing like some sort of multicolored control deck, looks like. So Courser, we got a Woodfall Primus on top. Okay. I am going to need to have a land on top after this to be able to do anything in this game. That's if my opponent doesn't have a removal spell for this Courser here. If my opponent does have a removal spell, then we're not doing anything for a few turns. But such is life when you have to mulligan sometimes. A lot of ramp here from my opponent. Now, my opponent might be some sort of wildfire deck. I am seeing a lot of these mana rocks, and yeah, I mean, you're not gonna try off anything here, buddy. Because it does not turn off mana abilities. So, yep, doesn't work there, buddy. That does not actually work. That is, in fact, a mana ability. And land on top. Ouch. That's painful. But at least Sylvan Library is actually really good with Courser because you can just draw 3 and then stack your deck with lands. So that is a way to do it, for sure. Yeah, we just have a handful of gas. We just need the mana to cast it. What I would love to get here is a 5th mana for this Gear Hulk, because then I can pump this Courser out of range of a Wildfire. Because I think that's probably what my opponent's up to over there. What have you got, opponent? Dark Petition. That's not what I expected at all. Could be a Storm deck, but all these red-black dual lands are strange Storm cards. It's like Grixis Storm? I don't know. I don't know. What card could my opponent be searching for? I would love to know. There we go. Free land. Sweet. I would like to gain a life. And I think we're just gonna get the beats on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Verdurous Gear Hulk. I'm gonna put 3 counters on Courser and then 1 on Gear Hulk. That puts them both out of range of dying to Wildfire if my opponent happens to be playing that. 5 power is just a good spot to be for a creature. What does my opponent have here? They do have 7 mana, and they did search their entire library for whatever card they wanted, so this could be very, very bad, for sure. I really do hope I get a game 3 out of this, though, because I think this deck is really sweet. I have had some pretty brutal mulligans. Mm-hmm. 4 mana. Five mana. Okay. Got Rainbow. What you gonna do with it? That's the real question. So turn blue into red green, and then turn red into red white, and then add a black, and then another blue. Yeah, I definitely do not know what's going on here, and I'm a little worried, but yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait. Maybe an X spell? Oh, Mind Twist. Okay. I don't know why you didn't Mind Twist my whole hand away, but that's fine. I don't really need those cards to win. 3 mana. Hero's Downfall. I have to say that's not really what I was expecting there, but okay. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I think I'd rather get the Sylvan Library into play, for sure, than like maybe not be able to do it. If there's anything that can draw me out of this Mind Twist, I think the Sylvan Library is definitely it. Okay, Lava Claw Reaches coming in for like 6 maybe? Is it gonna be 2 or is it gonna be 6? Sure. 6 is a lot. If that's the best you can do, I mean, I'm okay with that, because then I just get to bubble it with Kiora, and then you have like no other place. Yeah, let's do that. Sure, I'll take 6. Go to 15. Yep. I would like to draw 2 extra cards. And wow, okay. Put that on top. I'll pay 4 life to keep this though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kiora, I'm gonna bubble this Lava Claw Reaches. Play Llanowar Elves. And then bash in for 5 with the Verdurous Gear Hulk. Does put my opponent dead next turn. I have a Sylvan Library and an active Planeswalker, so it's grateful that my opponent didn't name Kiora the Crashing Wave with their Spyglass. I guess they didn't have any reason to know that I had it, so still a blind shot in the dark was better than naming my signet there. Wow, got Mind Twisted my entire hand away. Well, almost my entire hand away, and I still won. Okay. This is pretty good. So my opponent's like some sort of big mana control deck. They probably had a Wildfire. Like, that is almost assuredly why they weren't able to kill me there. Because I had a 5 toughness creature. Yeah, maybe if I can like Mind Twist them first, that could be pretty sweet. I think I like where my deck is set up right now. Maybe Remand is good in this matchup. I don't know. Maybe I want the Shardless Agent. We'll keep it the way it is. I don't really see a reason to switch anything out. Maybe Field of Ruin? No. I don't. Field of Ruin only really deals with Lava Claw Reaches. I'm not really that scared of Lava Claw Reaches. So this hand is fine. We'll keep it. Turn 1 Lumbering Falls is pretty good. Turn 2 Signet. Turn 3 I'm going to need another green source to be able to cast Garruk. But if not, Sylvan Library is pretty good. Sweet. Opponent preordains. Where did they put the cards? Let's take a look at the game log. One on top, one on bottom. Okay. And sure. Sweet. So we do get to play Garruk on 3. That's excellent. All right, Terry Boggard, what do you got? Maybe a counterspell? We'll find out. Nope. Okay. No thoughts of countering my Signet. Hopefully this Garruk can put in some work. I do like my opponent tapping low here. Means I can safely land this Garruk. Chalice for 1. Sure. Okay. That's fine. Although it still has like 2 mana open, but I think it's probably correct to try to land this Garruk here. Like if he resolves, it's just so incredibly good. Brainstorm, that is not a counterspell. Yeah, Garruk Wildspeaker puts on an incredible amount of pressure. So I could use his +1 to untap some lands and play Sylvan Library, or I could make a 3/3 green beast creature token. And that's a good question. I'm not actually sure which one I want to do. I also could use the +1 to untap some lands and play Elvish Mystic. But I think like the amount of value that I'm going to get out of this Sylvan Library is just really high, so we're going to do that. See, now I can like play, yeah, okay, that's sweet. Lotus Bloom entered the exile zone. Well, I don't know what you're doing with Lotus Bloom there, opponent, but I don't think it can be that great. Yep, I would like to do this. Frost Titan. Okay. I mean, I can do Frost Titan plus Elvish Mystic here. Yeah. Top of library. Let's pay 4 life to keep that in hand. Okay. We're gonna play Tropical Island. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I want to play Frost Titan or do I want to play Nissa World Waker? That's a good question. So I can play Nissa and like untap 4 land, like untap like Forest, and then play Elvish Mystic. Because I kind of want to make a beast with Garruk this turn. But playing Frost Titan just seems really good. One has a lot of mana open. I want to like not go all in on like one threat. So we're gonna go ahead and play the Nissa here, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5 Nissa World Waker. And we're gonna go ahead and untap a couple of forests and make a beast. Make one of these guys. My opponent just has nothing to do with all this mana. I know they're a Grixis deck and they only have blue mana open right now. Oh wow, they just got nothing. Okay. We're gonna draw into Kiora and Nexus of Fate. Yeah, we're just gonna Nexus of Fate. And that was going to be pretty much it. All right, sweet. Well, that was an interesting matchup, I guess. That guy's deck definitely seemed powerful, but I don't really know what the payoff was for all of their ramp. Maybe it was Wildfire, potentially. Maybe it was something else. I don't know. It's a mystery to everyone. And this hand's great. And that's also great. So we get to go turn one. Yeah. We're going to go Overgrown Tomb, Mox Jet. I could go Signet or I could go Sylvan Library, and I think I prefer Library here. Given that, oh, wow, really? Spell Pierce on my Library? Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good there, buddy, but at least it's not hitting my Nissa, I guess. Spell Pierce in blue-green? Oh, maybe that guy's playing Storm. Fast Bond's usually a Storm card. I would like to know what's going on, so I'm probably just going to play like Island, Signet, and then Spyglass my opponent here. Or Forest, I guess. Forest. No, shoot! I wanted to play Signet. Damn it. Okay. Eternal Witness, Mystic Confluence. Oh man, that was really dumb of me. I should have played the Signet first. Oh well. I don't know what I should actually name here. I'm gonna name Jace the Mind Sculptor because I don't know anything else that I'm really that scared of. Let's go with that. Cool. And we're gonna pass. Yeah, that was really dumb. That's gonna stop me from playing Nissa next turn before my opponent can Mystic Confluence me. That's really bad. I guess they can Mystic Confluence me anyway, so that's fine. That's fine. Signet. This gets Confluence. That's whatever. My opponent might just go like triple draw here at end step. It's not too bad. Yeah, probably get triple draw. Okay. Yeah, triple draw is good. It's not nearly as good as like counter draw draw. Counter draw is really, really great. That's the best mode of Confluence by far, I think. My opponent might just play like Eternal Witness and get back Mystic Confluence here. That does seem pretty excellent. Suspend Cloudskate. Okay. All right. And we get a forest here. Okay, that's fine. So now we're going to go... What I want to do is animate one of these forests to kill the Garruk. But I got to make sure I hit the right one. I believe it's the bottom one. Hopefully I'm not wrong about this. If I am, that's very bad. Ah! No! Mana drain? Really? Good God. Oh, that's so gross. That is so gross. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Well, I mean, you can't really play around that. Jeez. Whew. That is the most painful thing I've ever seen. Yeah, we're probably going to lose this one. Wow. Gets to, like, Confluence. Jeez. That is absurd. That is absurd. Holy moly. Well, I mean, yep. I did mulligan, so yeah. Confluence is so good. He's bringing back a mana drain to his hand. Yeah, I can't actually win this game. Okay, let's just stop playing this nonsense. Okay, so my opponent's blue-green, except they have more counter spells than me. Good to know. Spyglass, so far I didn't really see turned off anything that isn't in my deck. Like, I don't want to be turning off Garruk when I have a Garruk in my deck, so Well, I guess we'll put in like Shardless Agent or maybe the Remand. I think Remand could be good. Ooh, actually, or like the Shackles too. I think Shackles could be good in this matchup. If my opponent's playing mana creatures, then Shackles will be good. What won't be good? Stuff like Woodfall Primus that costs $1 million. Yeah, we'll take that out. Okay. All right. Can I get a hand that has Mind Twist? Wow, that's great. Okay, we'll keep this. We actually get to resolve Sylvan Library this time. Sweet. Or maybe we want to just. Do we want to play Llanowar Elves or Sylvan? Probably Sylvan Library. Sylvan Library will guarantee that we hit our next land drop. Yeah, we're gonna be drawing hard on this Sylvan Library. Yeah, we're just gonna pay 4 life, pay 8 life here. And we're probably just gonna play the Llanowar Elves. Yep. Pay 8 life, draw 2 cards. That seems like a green effect, doesn't it? See what my opponent has here. Lotus Cobra. That's really good. Okay. Can I get some lands here, please? Yes, I would like to. I'm gonna put that. Ooh, I want to keep Leovold in hand. Actually, might want to do that. So we're gonna put this back on top. I keep that in hand. Just pay all the life. Who needs life, right? So Jiraga. 1, 2, 3. Leovold, Emissary of Trust. Yep, my opponent's gonna get a lot of mana this turn, that's for sure. The question is, can they really use it? You could play a 5-drop this turn. Maybe that I should have held up the Remand. I don't know. I think getting Leovold in play just is really good though, so. Or we'll see, I guess. I do want to Mind Twist my opponent's whole hand away here, but we'll have to wait on that. Walking Ballista. Well, that's really good against my Mana Elves. That's insane against my Mana Elves. Unfortunately for my opponent, I do get to draw cards off of Leovold every time they activate that. So, yeah, maybe you should reconsider. Yep, Leovold is probably better than my opponent intended. I would like to do this. I'll just put them back. I don't really think I need to draw any more cards right now. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana here. Interesting. So I could just cast a... I could cast my Kiora. I think Kiora seems strong. I'm gonna try Kiora. If she gets like countered, then whatever. That's annoying, but prevent the walking ballista damage. If you want to activate it, you have to do it now. Okay. We're not gonna pay 2 life for that. Yeah, wow, Leovold single-handedly just saved. I think I saved our Llanowar elves from certain death at the hands of walking ballista. Dealt 2 and dealt by. Interesting. Okay. Opponent's gonna have 5 mana again this turn. Their best play with 5 mana last turn was a walking ballista for 2, so that's a good sign, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, I think this next turn is definitely the Mind Twist turn. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. Signet is good. Is it as good as Mind Twist for 4? I would venture that that is not the case. And we will draw 2 more cards. We'll put them back, though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my opponent is holding up a blue, so they very well could have something along the lines of Spell Pierce, like I saw game 1. So in order to play around Spell Pierce, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get to 7 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got to minus the Kiora. And we're going to play the Mind Twist holding up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Twist your whole hand away. X equals 4. This way my opponent can't just Spell Pierce me. And we hit Mystic Confluence, Island, Eternal Witness, and Forest. Sweet, okay. What also makes this play good is now we have a Remand for whatever our opponent decides to play. The bad part about this is now the Walking Ballista can start adding counters. Getting dangerous. And we probably want to just block here. My opponent removes a counter from the Ballista to kill the Leovold, then we get to draw a card, so that's fine. And I can just use Kiora to keep him bubbled. Wow, you probably should have added another counter before you did that, buddy. I would like to draw a card. Yeah, Leovold drew me 3 cards that game. Or 2 cards? What do you got? Nope. That was a really good top deck. That was a really, really good top deck. We'll use the ability. Put back Courser and Swamp. And we're going to go ahead and cast our Avenger of Zendikar. And then we're going to play a Misty Rainforest. I would like to add a +1/+1 counter to all my plants. Then we're going to minus Kiora, draw a card. And we're going to play Breeding Pool. Put a +1/+1 counter on all my plants. And we're just going to go crazy with this. We're going to put so many counters on these plants. Opponent's going to play the Sings again, but we have Nexus of Fate to make this Avenger attack lethal. So we're also going to get, like, these plants are going to be, like, big enough to just end the game here. So we're going to let my opponent draw cards. I would not like to use this. I don't want my opponent drawing 6 cards right now, so we're going to go ahead and play Forest. Yep. Search for an island. Pop him again. And we're going to bubble that. And we win. Cool. Okay, sweet. Game number 3. All right. The game is pretty good. I think the deck performed reasonably well. I think it's set up in a way that's makes it likely for us to be able to do well. And maybe I want Necrotal? Probably not. I'm not playing that heavy of black. Maybe I want the Shardless Agent, but eh. Yep, we'll just leave it the way it is. I'm going to try to resolve a Carnage Tyrant in this matchup. Ooh. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Turn 2 Leovold. Yep, I'm in for that. I'm very much in for that. Opponent has probably a draw spell on 1. Mox Ruby. Okay. So I'm going to decline from playing Mox Jet. This actually, ooh, no. We're going to go ahead and play Island Mox Jet so we can remand our opponent's play here. If you want to Spell Pierce my Mox Jet, then that's whatever. I'd much rather have access to remanding my opponent's play here than anything else. Yeah, nope, we're going to slow you down there a little bit, buddy. Slow down there, buddy. Sack this, go grab Tropical Island. Slam at Leovold. There we go. And then probably next turn we're going to go with Sylvan Library. One of the weird things about like the Spell Pierce my opponent played is like now I kind of have to like live in fear of it the rest of the game, which is a little bit annoying. Opponent's going to have like 4 cards in hand when all this is done. So I could just Mind Twist all but 1 card away. And I think that is probably correct. Like, I don't know if my opponent can really recover from losing most of their hand, so we're going to do that. We're going to take the opportunity when they're all tapped out to do that for 3. Hits nothing. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. I hope they don't have like some giant bomb that they kept. That would be a little bad for me. Okay. All right, that's fine. We're gonna get to find out what they have. So play Sylvan Library here, and then click my opponent. We're probably gonna mana drain this or confluence it. I mean that was Force of Will, hard cast. Okay, sure there, dude. It's fine. And we're gonna draw step click them here. I want to know what you've got. Show me what you've got. Turn my opponent. And Gush. Yeah, that's fine. Gush is fine. My opponent can't actually use Gush because if they try to Gush, I get to stop them from drawing cards with Leovold. So, oh, actually, shoot, what I could have done. Wow, no, if I'd actually like used this with the click and like made them put it on the bottom, they wouldn't have been able to draw the card off the click. They would have just lost the card. Wow, that's hilarious. I did not realize that worked that way. Might be. I'm gonna Nissa here. And we're going to make this land into a 4/4. Yeah, wow, Leovold puts in some work. Holy cow. This is not a real Magic card here, everybody. Just makes the draw spell, just 5 mana, draw 1 card. Or if he tries to do it on his turn, 5 mana, draw 0. That's crazy. Yep, that's good. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage in play, and we're going to animate another forest, probably animate the Tropical Island the next turn. It's going to be 14 damage coming in from my opponent. Whew, I think we probably have this here. Yeah, we got there. We got there. Wow, that was awesome. Yeah, so my opponent that last round had a crazy deck. If you remember game 1, he just absolutely steamrolled me, but we managed to get there through the power of Leovold. So yeah, I would love to get to play that card again. Hopefully we'll get to draft him soon. Anyway, so that was my draft. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, feel free to throw a like, maybe a subscribe my way if you want to do that. And I'll be bringing you guys another draft every day from here until the 17th, which is the last day that we have this vintage cube out of Magic Online. And then after that, I'm thinking I'll probably be moving to playing some Ravnica Allegiance on Magic Arena. So I hope you stay tuned for that. And until next time, this is Lord Alvon, signing off.